Can see our screen or not. All right, here we go. Welcome to N P Financials monthly masterclass. So we'll be discussing all the trade setups for the month of May, and we'll also be answering all your questions. We have a full house, thank you for that. And we have across the globe people representing. Special thanks to Ben from Jamaica, whose time is now 12 in midnight. Special thanks to Blader from Romania or Albania. Sorry, Ben. And then his time is 7 o'clock, yeah, in the morning.
Yes, 7 o'clock, Albania. Yeah.
Yeah, Albania, 7
Yeah,
o'clock. Yeah, people from
good
India.
morning.
Someone is saying good morning to you, Bleda.
Yeah, good morning also, because in my country it's 1 o'clock
1 o'clock in the night,
in the EM.
AM. Oh my God, sorry,
Yeah,
sir, sorry for that.
no problem, no
But
problem.
yeah, thank
Happy
you.
to be there.
Really appreciate your commitment. So you are Romain is from Brazil, is it?
No, from
From
IT,
from
IT, IT.
Haiti. Okay, brilliant, excellent, fantastic, great to have you. All right, so here we go. We start with general financial product advice warning. NP
Good morning,
Finance.
Partha Shanti.
Good morning, Ramalingam. So first we'll start with the financial product advice warning, but before that a little bit of housekeeping rules. First thing is, please mute your microphone because we are not forcibly muting all of you. So we request you to mute your microphones until you are asking questions or you are answering or you want to participate. Please follow this rule, number one. And number two is we encourage one-on-one meeting. So when you are asking a question, you can ask a questions on the chat section, and then this is the chat section here at the bottom right hand corner. So if I say just hello, so the hello will go to all of you, so you can ask questions there. So this is number two. And number three is if possible, please put your, of course your mic would be in mute, if possible put your mobile in silence so that you are not getting distraction. This information is provided only on general financial product advice basis. This is only educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, foreign exchange contracts can be risky and is not suitable for all. No information received from NP Financials shall be considered as a financial trading recommendation. I will give you 10 more seconds to go through this and let me know when you are done. Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you for that. All right, then we'll close this one. And more special thanks to the newcomers who have joined recently, and in spite of their odd timing in many countries, as we spoke earlier, they are here. So this is our website. As you can see, this is our corporate website, npfinancials.com.au. And what we do here for last 12 years, we have been trying to resolve or solve or help them to solve three problems which we as traders always face. And what are the three problems that we face? I think the first problem we face is the lack of proper training, proper knowledge in the financial instruments which we trade. Maybe it is forex or commodities or bonds or indices or cryptocurrencies. And one request, one more request. If I speak fast, which I have a tendency to when I start talking about trading, please raise your hand and say, Partha, slow down. And Wen is hearing me from last 10 years, 2012 we met Wen, right? So Wen, I think Wen knows me well, and Marty, and of course the people who are there, Shri are there with us. We have a very high retention period. People who are associated with us, we are blessed, and they stay with us because we add value. So the first thing is we try to add value to resolve the lack of understanding in how the professionals trade. Good afternoon, Simon. I think good day. I would say morning, maybe. Simon is from London. and this is the first thing we want to help you to resolve, is the lack of knowledge. So that is our first. We started in 2010, and then after getting success of, as the retention period, as the retention goes up to 85, 90, 95 people coming and joining us, stay with us because of their value addition, we also started with trade ideas, sharing our trade signals. And Simon says hi all. Trade signals or trade ideas, so we started sharing them from 2012, and we got the license in 2016. We are a regulated company. Very few, very few companies in this industry would be regulated by government agencies. So we are regulated by Australian ASIC, so Australian Stock and Investment Commissions, and we have our AFSL own, or AFSL Australian Financial Services license. And from 2016, last 7 years, our trade ideas, trade signals have generated 48,456 points in last 65 months at an average of 745 points per month, at an average of 89 average points per trade. So these are the two things which we started. First thing is to help them overcome the lack of knowledge in trading, and second, handhold them, show the trade ideas, what to trade and how to trade and when to trade and why to trade. That is the second. And after getting in success in both the things, then we have started we are trying to resolve the third problem, which we as a trader, myself of course included, as a trader face, that in search of good traders, we are also not only searching them through our technical competency assessment test, but after they are successful, we are actually funding them. So that is the third thing which we do. So once you are either many of you maybe have joined our capital program. Many of you might have joined our trader development programs like commodity, share trading, index trading. So when you enroll yourself for our commodity, shares or bonds or indices or cryptocurrency trading, we'll give you a login and password, and then and that will be our private access to our client arena or a membership area. Alright, so these are the three things which we have been doing for so long. So today's discussion will be based on the last month setups, and of course with all your questions. What is happening here? It is going back to admin. Interesting. All right. So now we'll not only be discussing about the last month's setups, but also we'll discuss about all your questions. Related to anything and everything. May it be technical, may it be fundamental, may it be emotional, or how discipline and control, because we believe that trading is all about us. We used to say it is me versus me. When we are trading, me versus me, because myself is trading in front of the computer, so no one there, so no boss, no subordinate, so you can ask any questions and every questions. So please start writing your questions in the chat sections as I showed you. Yeah. So we'll start with Venkatesh is saying I had the issue logging in earlier as well. You don't have to actually register. So those of you who are trying to register here, please do not register. You don't have to register here. In the NP Financials website, here you don't have to register to get access to our capital, or get access to our audition. So you don't have to do that. Yeah. So that is, registration process is not required. All right. So if we have understood that one, then we will start with today's discussion with an interesting observations which are personally we are observing. We'll start with an instrument, as you probably all know. Of course, we will be answering all your questions, so please ask your questions either through your mic, unmuting your mic and then ask, or writing in the chat box. The first thing which we'll be discussing is Of course, we'll be discussing about the trade ideas in Discord and everything. So the first one we'll be discussing is the instrument called, I think, Bitcoin. Yeah, cryptocurrency. Everyone knows about Bitcoin.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
So I'll show you an interesting thing of Bitcoin, which will probably add some value to you, which most probably I'm sure most of you have not observed it for long. Yeah. So what we will do, we'll go to a weekly chart of Bitcoin, and then this is the weekly chart, and then let us delete this fellow standard deviation line, and this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin, and we can go up to 5,000 units or 10,000 units if you want to see the history. This is the history. I think Bitcoin got started. Valinder was there with me in 2012. Valinder, can you say what we were discussing in 2000 around 14, my dear friend?
It was in 15 actually, in a South Bank Bitcoin mining center, and you were giving presentation.
Yeah, what we are discussing?
We were discussing about the charting, and you suggested us to, like, I because I at that time I didn't start the actual trading, so at that time was price was $250. September 2015 it was actually,
Oh
and
my goodness, very good memory.
yes sir, and I didn't buy that one actually.
This one here.
You, yes sir.
300, I remember. Yeah, 300 was the price of Bitcoin.
Hello,
Thanks.
hello, hello, Parthasarathi.
Yeah.
Sorry for the intervention. I have few questions. I cannot attend fully there. Can I proceed with some questions and I will leave the chat?
All right, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt all of you all because I have a short period. I have to go for another meeting. So I
Go
have
ahead.
some questions.
Go ahead. We understood that.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Parthasarathi, I left you all because of the program, which is little bit different from the others. So, did you come to overcome the issues which I have discussed through telephonic last time?
If you have specific questions, we can discuss.
The program model about the drawdown on daily and overall drawdown. You hope you remember.
Yeah, our daily drawdown is 4% for our auditions, and our maximum trading drawdown is 5% for our auditions. And the good thing is the maximum drawdown can go up to 10,000 or 15,000 or 10% or 15% or 8% or 12%, depending on if you are locking. If you are locking your profit at 5%, then your drawdown can go up to 6, 7, 8, 9. There is no limit to the drawdown. So
No, it is the same program which you are continuing. You didn't change anything, I hope so.
we will not change any. We have not changed anything, and we are not in a hurry to change anything out of this.
Okay.
Next
And
question,
one
please.
more thing, the program's fees, have you reduced or still it is going to be same?
Probably it will be increased because we have started in a very low fee of $240 for $25,000. No, we do not have any plan to reduce the program fees. Next question, please.
And this is one-step evaluation that is going to continue, I hope.
Yes, 100%. That is a brilliant question. That we have one step evaluation. So only one step evaluation. There is no phases. There is no two phases like phase one, phase two, like no monthly fees. Nothing like that. The only requirement is on put stop loss, close open positions. You have a limitation of open lots. Supposing you are going for $100,000 account, you can trade 100,000 divided by 10,000 as 10, and then the one which we have added, I think you must place a trade at least once every 30 days, else you will fail the audition. This is a hard bridge, but the step remains the one. Thank you.
One-step evaluation continues.
Yes,
Same.
very good, excellent.
Okay, okay, Mr. Parthasarathi, you can continue. Sorry for the guys for the interruption. I'll take leave from this.
Not a problem. Thanks for your participation. Brilliant. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
So we were discussing about the Bitcoin, and the one which Valinder said, thanks for to his memories. As we know that Bitcoin has moved from almost 200 from nowhere actually, from maybe 200 250 to 68,000. The one observations which we want to share with you is today. Let us make this chart to let us make this chart to line chart, for example. Yeah, full line, and let us make it maybe white or green, or like I think this is better. Yeah.
Hello, Partha. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Marty, how are you? Go ahead.
Hey, good, thanks. Ben Perkins is trying to get access to the monthly meeting.
All right, Ben has not. Okay, let us invite Ben.
Yeah, sorry for that.
Not a problem. So add participants. Thanks for that. Ben Perkins. We have David Perkins, and we will be having Ben Perkins. Are you related, David and Ben? David is in Jamaica. Ben is in Australia. I have given the access to. I've sent the request to Ben Marty.
Okay, we'll let him know.
Thank you. Thanks, Satan. All right. So the one thing which we wanted to discuss with you is that Bitcoin from the beginning, from the inception, has never gone below, or really has gone below the 200 period moving average on the weekly chart. See, this is a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart, and in its life from 2010 to 2022, for 12 years, Bitcoin has not gone below substantially. If we do a bar chart, has not gone substantially below the 200 period moving average, and this was 9th of May, week number 19. Also, it struggled to clear the 200 period moving average on a weekly basis, and the 200 period moving average was 27,061, and it did touch, and like a 12,000 volt, it bounced. Here also it did touch and bounced in a big way, my dear friend. Here also it tried and bounced. Here also it tried and bounced. So what are your interpretation? How are you reading this chart? Have you seen this chart before from this perspective, or are you interested to see this chart from this perspective in future, or what are you getting now? You may ask any questions on this, or your comments, or your observations. Anyone?
Go long moment it touches 200 EMA.
Arindam says go long the moment it touches the 200 EMA. Absolutely, we could have been done that. Many of you who are observing this are probably long from 26,969, and now we are 29,734. So that's a 3,000 pips in 5 weeks. Good afternoon, Ben. Thanks for joining. All right, Arindam said here's this thing, and what about others? Any comment from others? If not, so that was Bitcoin in front of you. So Bitcoin, how to take advantage of this is 27,061. If we can remember, then we'll draw a line from this 27,061 from here. So we can draw this line, for example, if we can draw this line at 27,000, now it is 061. So we are drawing it in a weekly basis. So 27,061. 27,061, and we have made it inferior time frames also. Means what? When we are drawing this in weekly, it will go and sit in the in a daily chart also. So if we go to the daily chart, so this is daily chart, and Chura wanted to join, so we'll invite him. And 27, this is the line 27,061. If you see, and what happened here on 27,061? Any comment on that day, which is 12th of May? Yeah, it bounced from there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it hasn't crossed the 12 and the the technical thing.
Fantastic, brilliant. All right. So can you elaborate your question, Valinder?
No, just telling, like, it has not still not long, but still struggling to breach the 29,300.
Fantastic, brilliant. 29,300. It did not close below. What is this 29,302? It is the yearly support, my dear friend. We place a lot of importance on the yearly supports and on the quarterly support. So this 29,302 is coming from this year. Although this is not a swing high, but just because this was COVID high, we call it COVID high. We can name it because COVID unfortunately did something to the market, and we can write down COVID high. And we can see that the COVID high was 29,300, and when this 29,302 was touched this year and this month, as you can see what happened. This 29,302 is the COVID high, and it did close below, but the low was not taken out. So what we follow here, we follow four things, and who can explain me those four things to go short? Anyone? Let's take this example.
Close below low taken out.
Low taken out, yeah.
So close below, low taken out are two things, and what are the other two?
Previous trend.
Crack and snap.
Bearish bar.
Bearish bar is the third one. Yes, Marty, thanks. Marty, thanks. Sri, thanks. Valinder, and what is the last one?
Sir, is it touch or not?
Yes.
That's what we need to see.
Thank you, Girija. So it took three of you or four of you to come to the conclusion of our proprietary.
No, I was actually talking over the mute mic.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, it happens. If someone can talk to mute mic. All right. So the four things, as per our understanding, is it has to touch the line, whatever. Supposing this line has to be broken, there are two lines, this COVID high, and this line is the daily line, daily horizontal line. So what has to happen as per NP Financials is this has to touch, number one, this has to close below the line, number two, and the low preferably this has to be bearish bar, number three, and the low taken out should be the fourth one. So thanks for remembering everything. That's really appreciable. All right, so that was what Balinder was saying. It did not do those four things, and it is still struggling. It is still struggling with this line. All right. So if we can see, can you help me to understand our understanding of 1 and 2? What we say as our proprietary understanding of NP Financials.
This is the low. Yes, sir. This is the lowest low.
Wow. This is the lowest low. 1, and what is the 2?
The previous one higher high.
Wow, brilliant. This is the 2. So what is the heck if this is 1 and 2? Again, at NP Financials we have many rules, but very small rules, and in that what we do is we say that it can break 1, it cannot break 2. Means what? It can break this one, and we have a very strict definition of break. The second one is, this is first high as Valinda said, and this is second high as this one. So look at this magic here, and we have been observing for last 12 years, and we are successful 80%, very high percentage of the time, as we are in the Discord room, as you have seen, that this is the second, and it did touch, but it did close below, and preferably bullish, but forget about that, preferably it did close below and then low taken out, but the reverse did not happen. That means what? Touch, close above of this line, and then high taken out did not happen. So that's why it did not go, and then we at NP Financials call this at all sellers out, all buyers out. When the people are buying from that 200 or from here, for example, if the people are buying from that 200 line, which you remember 27,061, and then here they are running a profit of 4,663, which I'll request Arindam to explain his recent trade on Nasdaq, how he made thousands of pips. So similarly in Bitcoin, the professionals who observed the 200 moving average, you can write it down here. This was nothing but the weekly 200. So we generally prefer to write W for weekly and 200. for 200 period moving average, EMA for a exponential moving average. So because there are so many lines, we can write down this. So weekly 200 EMA was to 27,061. As Arindam said, go long here. So the fellow who has gone long here, and in our terminology we say this is a all buyers out, because the close is near to the high and then it is at a resistance. So we'll be possibly sorting the market here. Any one of you are actually seeing this or trading like this? If yes, please raise your hand and then say yes. Otherwise, please note it down and learn and take it as a value addition to your professional trading development. Any questions you want me to answer? You may ask the questions on the chat box. All right. Venkash said yes, but never traded. All right. David says, I think I trade with too much emotions. Oh, my dear David, my dear friend. This is a very honest response from David Perkins. And Mate, I hope Ben has joined. Ben, yeah, you have joined and you can see us and hear us. Ben, right?
Yep, I can.
Thanks, Ben. And David Parkin says, I think I trade with too much emotions. Yes, my dear friend, we all do when we start, because we say that trading is probably 50% technical, discounting the term fundamental, of course. Sorry for that. And 50% is psychological. So we have to, and to answer his questions, we have two very, very, very strong emotions. Of course, 5 of them, and let me write it down. But the two specific to trading, I'll first of all, we have very strong relation, love as an emotions, isn't it? All right, so that is number 1, and that is number 2. Most of us, I think all of us, are having this thing. Anyone is not having this? And most of us are having this also. No? Yes? Yeah? I think I have all these 3. But the trading one is the first one, which is fear, which can be divided, which can be subdivided into fear of missing out. We call it FOMO, fear of missing out, and means splash, fear of losing money, FOLM. So fear of missing out and fear of losing money. What does it mean? A person who is suffering from this fear of, all these are emotions, my dear friend, David Perkins. All these are emotions and we all go through it. And the last one would be trading. This I would say 4th in this serial, but trading is this the first one. And the 5th in our emotion is greed. These are the 5 strongest emotions we actually encounter every moment, every decision we take, every time we trade. We actually go through this. Of course, there are many others, like indiscipline, like control, and over trading, all those things. But if you break it down, it will be all probably belonging to this. So, David, my answer to your question would be, please, we have a subconscious mind which is probably millions times stronger than our conscious mind, and all these love, pride, guilt, fear and greed, all these emotions are so very rigidly embedded in our subconscious mind that it can be very extremely difficult to overcome that. But believe me, it is possible 90% of the time, 90% of the time, to control our emotions, to be disciplined and to be controlled. So the easiest way to face your emotions in your trading, David, would be first start to identify that. What is it? Is it greed? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Is it pride? Or is it love of losing money? Many people, believe me, actually, I feel myself blessed to be associated with thousands of traders since last 12 years. I have seen many traders, many budding people or traders actually come to trade to actually probably for emotional reasons. May it be a loss of money, may it be sympathy, may it be empathy. Very few people come with a strong emotions that I need to get money from this business. So these are the strong emotions, David, which you need to write it down. So the solution to our to your problem, so speak, emotion is first actually identify that yes, I have that problem. Every one of us is having that problem, number one, and then work upon it. So work on how to get rid of fear, how to get rid of one thing can be start with demo account, start with 100,000 demo account. So in the demo account you don't have any fear of losing money. So that these are the things, and of course other things, I can spend 3 hours to talk on these emotions, but I need to take other questions also. But that is true, David, and but good thing is you can actually get rid of that. Anyone wants to share his or her experience, how he has helped himself or herself in handling emotions? Anyone, including Marty, Sri, who are old timers? Anyone?
I always read the stories like for the very famous people. That's how it just helped me out to get rid of my emotional traumas.
Yes, very well said, very well said. And one of the best book you can read is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Most
I'm
of
all,
us, yeah, go. Anyone wants to add anything?
Yeah, basically, I have personally experience with Mark Douglas books. They
Mm-hmm.
definitely helped me understand more about how trading should be considered as a business and to think like in numbers and probabilities.
Hmm.
And one of the huge other factors is meditation,
Hmm.
which helped me definitely be more focused and more organized as a person,
Hmm.
which is, I think, really required in trading.
So that was Bleda. Thank you, Bleda. He talked about Mark Douglas. Trading must be considered as business, and emotional aspects can be handled through meditation, not my dear friend. All right, English is my second language. When mole, all right, meditation. All right. Anything else, Bleda?
Sorry, Professor. Just I would like to add on the fear.
Go.
Yeah. Look, fear is natural.
Yes.
Because we are human beings, we do have fear.
Yes.
And that comes from whatever the background, whatever the belief system, whatever the self-imposed thing what we have.
Yes.
But only based on my experience, if we have a fear, it's important to identify, yes, where. Then,
Yes. Yes.
and as Partha sir said, identification is the end of the fear, basically.
Hmm.
Once you identify, fill in with the knowledge.
Hmm.
Why? What is the fear?
Yeah.
So you need to add the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
The knowledge can be anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we have a knowledge, then basically that fear can be replaced by knowledge.
Yeah, acknowledge. First of all, Sri, that was Sri. Thank you, Sri. And Sri was talking about acknowledgement, and then replaced by knowledge. Yeah, very good, excellent. Anything else you
If
want
I
to add?
could,
Go.
if
No,
I could add,
that's
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Anyone who was Bleda, is it?
Yeah, basically what I wanted to add is I think how people are approaching to trading right now is causing the confusion. For example, if we make a quick, for example, explanation, if you are preparing to be a soldier, if you're preparing to be part of the army, you're going to go through like a hell of a training, which you're going to be prepared then to be better for the battle. So when you approach then the battle, I think you won't feel as much fear as if you just join. So I think it's the same in trading when people like are joining with different mindsets, like trying to be rich quick, do not consider as a business, consider as a hobby, and all this stuff. And when they meet the reality that is totally the opposite, I think this causes the fear and the different disorders in emotional balance. So I think that the reason why most of us have gone through that wrong process by approaching the trading through different mentors or different educational platforms who pretend to be like trading educators. I think this is the cause of many problems which traders mostly face.
Absolutely correct, Blader. Thank you for that. Excellent. So Blader talked about confusion and the importance of training, which we got started in 2010 to actually help the lack of understanding or training. And in the meantime, when Mole says, when dealing with real money, the fear becomes real. Absolutely, when, because fear is real, my dear friend. All said and done, I would like to, as Wen said, I want to add one more thing on fear. Fear, all said and done, this is a real thing. This is a real beast, right? Greed greed or hope or may not be as real as fear is, because we have experienced fear in so many ways, from fire, from water, from flood, from drought, you name it. We have fear from lion, from snakes, now from our office boss, now from train company missing the train. Boss, my goodness, fear is real, isn't it? So when is so good. And Simon says, Simon Chandler is saying self-discipline is so important. Absolutely, mate. As we said here, two more things to, as Simon said, discipline. Discipline is extremely important. Very good. Very well answered to these questions. Yeah, very good. Okay. All right. Next, any other instruments you want me to discuss? Any instruments you have in mind to? Otherwise, like I selected Bitcoin, I would like to show something on dollar index. But in the meantime, if you want to get answer or response to any of your questions, please go ahead and ask. Romane is saying that want to specify this. Forget about the word money. Yeah, very important, Romane. Yeah, forget about the word money. Yeah, that's why we actually, what we do, we always hide the money side of the equations till we are meeting a technical reason to get out or close the trade. There is always a reason to take a trade. So there is always a reason to take a trade, whether it is index or ASX or Hong Kong or Aussie dollar, Forex, yen, or commodity gold or oil, or Forex like sterling, or index like Germany 30. You hide the money, you take the money out of it, then you'll be extremely happy that you are only dealing with trading. Extremely well said for that. Thank you for that. And then Venkat is saying, to overcome the fear, following our systematic method of trading with stop loss could help in reducing the fear. Absolutely true, Venkatesh, to the dot. If you are putting a stop loss, and if you are following the trading method without with first believing in it, and then without trying to reinvent the wheel, because the wheel is already invented, so don't try to reinvent. Yeah, someone speaking. All right, so any other technical? Okay, we have spoke about emotion. Very interesting question. Thanks for asking that question, David Perkins. All right, so now we'll go to any your technical questions. We first started with the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, and then we are now into the dollar index. These 5 instruments, I think it's extremely important to understand the entire market. What are they? So the first thing first is let me increase the font so that you all can see clearly. Dollar index, my dear friend, US dollar, they are the god. Right. US dollar, sometimes it is known as US dollar, sometimes it is also known as DX in different platforms. Yeah. And the second, I think this is the top most important in Forex, and the second top most important is gold in commodity. Like XAU. I'd not be so fast about oil. I'd be more inclined towards gold, the commodity, number 2. And number 3, now coming back to the new world, is the cryptocurrency, which I would say Bitcoin, which you already discussed here, XBT, Bitcoin. In the meantime, you can please type in your questions for us to take that. And I would and in the meantime, I would probably request our we call them students because I consider myself as a student. We learn from each other. Arindam to talk about his Nasdaq trade, and Marty to talk about his revolutionary concept of wave trading, in which is his. I have never seen a person counting waves such a not only sophisticated way, but such a accurate way, and not only that, number three is bringing it to us, explaining it to us in such a simple, passionate, loving way, and he would be talking to us as well. So the fourth one would be possibly, what do you think would should be fourth one? What about share market? Apple. S&P 500. Yes, I was forgetting. Who was that? Arindam, is it? S&P 5 SPX 500. Yeah. And
Grandfather.
come again?
The grandfather index.
Grandfather index. Okay. And what else?
Basically, I just had the general question.
Yeah.
Because you're mentioning like different asset classes. So my question would be, in terms of the technical analysis and the correlation between the markets, would basically be the same like setup or the strategy that we are supposed to find in every market, or it has something else behind?
That's a very good question from Bleda. I hope everyone would understand that there are always two aspects, or I think three aspects to trading.
Okay.
And the aspects are, one is fundamental, second is technical, and of course third one is perception. Third one is perception. I would consider perception as the strongest one, and then I'll go to the technical one, and I would be inclined to trade technical only because the perception, although it is qualitative, and the fundamental, which can be mixed of qualitative and quantitative data, so everything is priced in. Everything is priced in a bar, and much before, because all these things we are trading are futures or contract for difference, which are derivatives or options, whatever name you call it. It is actually futures contract. That means future is unknown, but at the same time we are trying to bet against or for, depending on our historical understanding of technical analysis. So to answer your question, Bleda, irrespective of the asset classes, the Trader Foundation course which we have is actually the same for all the asset classes. That's a very good question. But the Trader Foundation course, everyone should take advantage of the Trader Foundation course, because it is irrespective of the asset classes, my dear friend, whether it is Forex or bonds or indices or cryptocurrencies or shares. I think Trader Foundation, or the technical aspect of it, is the same. Bleda. And the last one I would like to probably add from my side, since you are not adding, I would say Apple. After the invention of this instrument called Apple, AAPL, actually I have forgotten. I actually confused the spelling of Apple also. I saw APPLE. All right. So Roman is saying US 30. Yeah, thanks for that. US 30 actually comes here, my dear friend, index. So as Arindam said, global mother of all index. Can you help me to understand America is motherland or fatherland?
Motherland.
Motherland. Fantastic, Romana. Thank you for that. So mother, I would write mother of all. mother of index, yeah, mother of all indices, mother of
in the absence of war.
And we are not going there. And then all right, so these are the most important. There can be millions, but if you understand US dollar, you understand all of the Forex. If you understand gold and oil, you probably understand most of the commodity, but commodity a little bit different, because gold can be different from rough rice or wheat or coffee. If you understand Bitcoin, then you understand all of it, cryptocurrencies, and probably NFTs also, like Litecoin, Bitcoins, Litecoin, Ethereum. If you understand mother of all indices, S&P 500, and you understand Nasdaq, as probably Roman said, and am I pronouncing your name correctly, Roman? Romane?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, thanks a ton. And Venkatesh says VIX index. Yeah, VIX is there, but I would not consider as a volatility. VIX is a volatility index, but I would not consider possibly under this five. Thank you for that. And Simon said Nasdaq. Nasdaq also comes under mother of all indices, this S&P. All right. So the first thing we already discussed in this today's discussion is XBT, Bitcoin, which includes Ethereum, Litecoin, and everything. And then we are now discussing US dollar. So, and then I'll request Arindam to talk about S&P 500 or Nasdaq. So let me share my experience, because I always believe that you need to be willing to share your blessings. If you are blessed with money, contribute to the society or to the underprivileged. If you are blessed with good words, good understanding of life, contribute to the society. If you are blessed with a good understanding of technical analysis, please share. If you are blessed with fundamental analysis, please share. So you may charge for your time and effort, but please have a willingness to share. So what we shared with Bitcoin, the next sharing is coming from our from our observation of US dollar, which is having a tremendous I think resistance here at around 10,300. So 10,300 from a this is a monthly chart. So from a yearly chart, from a yearly perspective, as we can see, from a yearly perspective, we can see that it stopped at around 10,362 in 2016, and again in 2017, and again in 2020 COVID, and again in inflation, depression, my goodness, recession, aberration in 2022. So what is this 10,300 which is stopping? Anyone can help me understand? There is a very simple tool which we all use in the form of
resistance trend line
coming from
yearly trend line.
Maybe yearly trend line, maybe I would prefer Fibonacci. You all have heard of Fibonacci. So so I am a favorite of Fibonacci. So what I'll do, I'll take this Fibonacci tool, and then I'll draw this from prices here. We have a very specific way at NP Financials, a very specific professional and proprietary way to draw Fibonacci's steadily, consistently, all the time. And then that is actually coming from our understanding of joining. This is the price, go to the immediate swing high, this one, come to the immediate swing low, this one, and see exactly, my dear friend, the 61.8. let me color it beautifully, maybe teal, and make it this fellow, and take this out. And this, what is happening here, what has happened here on the 61.8 in the year 2016? Anyone?
Crack and snapback.
Wow, crack and snapback. Balinder is blessed with memory. He is having a photographic memory. So he said crack and snapback means what? It cracked the resistance, immediately snap back. And then again, this fellow did not went up to there, did not close thanks to COVID. It came down here. This fellow is trying to close for the entire year, from January 1st of January till date, which is last Friday, 3rd of June, and it is still struggling with 10,209 close above. Okay, let's show me another magic of Fibonacci. So although I don't know the left hand side, because it is not showing anything beyond 1986, it is not showing. So if I assumption, if I take assumption of this is a swing high, of course we need the first bar, because swing high is a combination of three bars. If I consider, if I allow me to assume that this is a swing high, go to that swing high and come here to to this point of the swing low, and then change the color to differentiate between the different Fibonacci confluence, and then draw this as yellow, and draw this as a little bit of yellow, and then we can see that this is creating this Fibonacci confluence, which we are very strong at. A Fibonacci confluence is creating a zone of resistance, my dear friend. Are you getting it? So this is the zone of resistance. So this is the zone of resistance which we have for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Are you getting it? So now going back to our understanding of monthly, that same point which was creating this zone of resistance is also created a resistance here while we speak for the month of May and for the month of June. So anything is touching at this line of 10,396. If we have made this as inferior time, this is London English, probably Simon would understand better. I don't know why they say inferior time frame. They could have said lower time frame, something like that. They said inferior time frame. Means what? If I draw this, Simon. Simon, why it is inferior? Does that mean so London is superior? Is it? Simon is not talking. Oh, Simon.
That's where the money goes.
Simon says no idea. Simon is saying no idea. Lol. Orindam says that's where the money is going. So whatever it is, so we'll follow the same inferior time frame, and then we'll go to take advantage of this line 10,396 in our daily trade, and then see whenever it is touching 10,396 and doing our crack and snap back, we short the market. So any question on dollar index or XBT or any other instruments? Please write down or unmute yourself and ask questions. We are missing Vipul. I don't know why Vipul is not there. Vipul has done a tremendous. Vipul always do this. Okay, GBP USD. Marty says GBP USD. Oh, Vipul is there. Okay. Hi Vipul. Hi. Okay, Vipul has done a very good, as you say, as you can see, we got so many. This we actually encourage and appreciate and love and like the way the effort. Someone is, I think, Valinder, if you don't mind, if you can unmute yourself. Yeah, thanks, Valinder. And David Perkins, if you can unmute. Oh, sorry, mute yourself, or I can mute you. Okay, some noise is coming. That's why. All right. So Vipul is actually, you can see that he did the he is in module 3 unit 2 of our Trader Foundation, and he did all this practice task and send us to verify whether he has done it or not. Very good, excellent, Vipul. Keep it up. All right. So Marty is saying GBP USD. Marty, can you explain your question?
I'm finding a trend line of interest at the current low, Partha.
Very good. So we are going to GBP USD as per Marty's advice. And then which time frame, Marty? Marty, which time frame?
I'll just have a quick look.
Yep.
What I am looking at is it's loading.
Loading. Thanks to Telstra. Thanks.
So if
go.
The monthly time frame, Partha.
Monthly time frame. Thank you very much. So you go to time frame monthly. So instrument is GBP USD, also known as sterling cable, or yeah. Yeah, go. Yeah, go. You tell me the dates. I'll draw the line for you.
Okay, so we have a low of 2016.
Low of 2016, this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can go to the low of 2019.
This one?
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that as it is. How it's sort of like a favorable area. I'm just wanting your opinion about where we stand right now, how we see a bounce.
Very good question. Excellent question. Yeah, so what Marty has done, I hope you have understood Marty's question. What Marty has done, he has referred to the 2016 October low. Low means swing low. Swing low means this low is lower than the next one, and this low is lower than the previous one. And then this is also 2019 September low, means this low is lower than the previous one, and this low is lower than the after next one. So this is the swing low. So what Marty has joined, he has joined this this low 0.1, which is October 2016, to 0.2, which is September 2019, and he has extended this. And this line, if you keep the cursor here, it will tell you this line value. Anyone can read the value of the line?
1.21.
Yes,
1.03.
Very good. So we all can read English, isn't it? So 1.2103. Why I ask you all to read this? Because we only go up to 4 decimal place for United States dollar related currency pairs. So GBP USD is United States related currency pair. The base is USD GBP and term is USD. So we, for USD related currency pairs, we go up to 4th decimal place. So you would read this as 1.2103, not the 80. We will not bother about 80. So 1.2103 is the line. And what is the low of the low of the bar?
One two one five five.
Brilliant. 1.2155. So what has not happened yet?
Close below.
First of all, it did not touch. It has to
Okay.
go to the low of the which it has to go to the line which is 1.2103, isn't it? It has gone up.
It's a wrong trend line as well, sir.
Go ahead, Barinder. Which trend line you are referring to?
Like the 0.1 and 0.2, I don't think it's a correct way to put a trend line.
Why do you think so, Valinder?
These are not consecutive actually. Like better we can put a Fibonacci confluence from 2019 till the high point because it's a monthly thing rather than putting a trend line next.
Brilliant. This is a very interesting discussion we are at here now. Okay, my 2 cents here between Valinder and Marty's observation. My 2 cents here is there is nothing in trading which is correct or wrong or holy grail. We are in this industry for such a long period of time to observe only one thing, to understand and internalize that there is nothing called holy grail in this trading. So what does it mean? No one is correct or no one is wrong. But what does it mean? It means the person who is making more money consistently is the one who is doing this business correctly. So my point 2 cents here is there is nothing wrong or nothing correct. So I would not say I would not probably say these 2 swing lows. These are when we are here at this point, October 2019. We saw this swing low and we saw that swing low, and this is a swing high in between. So our definition of trend line is join the higher swing high to the lower swing high. In between there must be a swing high at least. So this is a swing high, this is a swing high, this is a swing high. So at least one swing high, and when this swing high is taken out, then it will be a valid trend line. Otherwise, sorry, it will be a confirmed trend line. Otherwise it will be a tentative trend line. The difference between tentative and confirmed trend line is when you are joining the swing low to swing low and then the swing high in between is not taken out, then it is a tentative trend line. So let's see whether, and then I'll come back to Valinder's Fibonacci confluence. But Valinder, my 2 cents here is it is indeed a valid trend line, and then the high is not yet taken out. We are struggling. So that trend line I would say is a valid line. It's not an invalid line. What is an invalid trend line? If we join the swing low to swing low, there is no in between swing high, that is an invalid trend line. So that is not the case. So this is a valid trend line, and we should avoid this extreme which happened in during COVID. We should avoid the extreme. So that's what Marty has done, which is correct, extremely correct. Now we listen to Balinder's Fibonacci points. Balinder, is this the Fibonacci you were referring to?
Yes, sir. Like exact stopping at 61.8.
So yeah, go.
And if we go on a weekly, because we draw a monthly Fibonacci, then we can see what's happening in a weekly and a daily. Then we can get a little better idea.
Fantastic, brilliant. So what Valinder is saying, as we have drawn the Fibonacci, because price is here, our job is to go back. Fibonacci is a leading indicator, so we encourage all of you to practice our way of drawing Fibonacci. And if you are not comfortable, you can enroll in our Trader Foundation, and then we'll talk about Fibonacci a lot. And then this is the Fibonacci. This is the price here. We go to the last swing low, to the corresponding swing high. Before joining the swing Fibonacci, we must ask ourselves why on earth we are joining this, why on earth we are drawing this Fibonacci. That is second question. First question is Fibonacci required? And the third question is, what is the expectation we are having from this Fibonacci? If these three three questions can be answered, then we draw a Fibonacci. So first question, is Fibonacci required for here? I say yes. My answer would be yes. Why? Second question, why? Because this is impulsive and this is corrective, which Marty will explain at around 20 minutes time. This is impulsive wave, this is corrective wave. So Fibonacci is required to catch or make sure where the corrective wave is going up to. Is it going up to 50 or 61.8 or 78.6? So we want that. And what is the results we are expecting from this Fibonacci? We want to see that market is interacting with one of the Fibonacci and then actually reversing from there. So these are the three questions answered. Then we draw the Fibonacci and then wait for this. And as Balinda said, this is the 124.95, and let us go to his suggestive weekly time frame. And his suggestive weekly time frame is, it is exactly struggling with that line. Are you getting it all? Any question? Thanks Marty, thanks Balinder. Sri, you're quite quiet today.
No, I'm not quite. I'm observing, and okay. It's beautiful. No, I'm Fantastic. Not quite. I have no questions.
Okay, brilliant, very good. All right. So, any question here? Any other observation here? So, what Marty said, that I would probably wait, Marty, for your line to be touched. I think I'm more inclined for price to come and touch this line at around 121.08. So if price is coming and touching this line, first I'll answer Marty's question and then answer Balinder's question. So Marty has requested to join this line. We have done that. And if price is coming and touching this line in future, maybe this month, next month, because this is a monthly chart, and the line is 121.08, and then doing our four things to go long or short, we will do the same thing. And then coming back to Balinder's observation on the weekly. So weekly, it is playing with that line. It closed above and then trying to close below. Actually not trying, actually it has closed below. If we are line is 124.95 and the close is 124.89. So is the close below the line 61.8?
We can also draw one more weekly trend line. That is the latest trend line, actually. That is, price is still below that one, actually.
Before I answer your question, you need to answer my question.
Sorry, sir.
Is the close below the Fibonacci 61.8 or not?
No.
No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, because the close is 124.89 and the line is 124.95. So it did close. So three things has happened for this line. What are those three things? Let me ask when. Let me test, because when is not asking any question. When? What are the three things which has already happened on this line 124.95?
Yeah, the close has closed below the 61.8.
Yeah, one.
It's definitely a bearish bar.
In a two. You can refer to your notes. I don't because
I'm trying to remember.
this is an open book.
Come on, I'm thinking. And let me.
Yeah, you can make it. You have already scored 67%, 2 out of 3.
I know. I'm trying to think what I'm missing.
Tell me the third one.
No. I can't think of that one.
Okay, when has passed? Anyone quickly?
Low taken out.
That is the fourth one which has not happened. What is the first?
Close below, bearish bar, and touching.
Yes, touching. When? You missed touch.
I missed touch. Yeah. Bam.
Bang. So yeah, thanks to Valinder. I told Valinder is having photographic memory. You agree, Girija? Because they are very good. They are trading together, and they all right. So this fellow actually touched the line, close below the line, and a bearish bar. And the fourth thing, my dear friend Marty, low has to be taken out. So let's go back to the daily chart to see whether the what are the sequence here. All right, very good, interesting, very interesting. Thanks Marty, thanks Valinder to bringing this into the table. So this fellow did touch close below and bearish, and this is a crack and snapback. This fellow touched close below bearish, and then I would be extremely delighted for the price to go down and touch my line of 121 around this point, isn't it? Did I answer your question, Marty?
You did, thank you.
Girija said touch. Yeah, correct. And then before I hand it over to probably Arindam, Valinder, you were asking, you were referring to a line. What was that line, Valinder?
7 Feb to 21st of March.
What, weekly is it?
Weekly.
All right.
Like
swing high, swing high or swing low?
Swing high, like 7 Feb to 21th of March.
Hold on, let me go to 7th February. 7th of February, yeah. This is a swing high. Who?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is 136.43, and this is 136.43. Yeah.
Yes, sir. 43.9 it is actually.
So remember, write it down. The high is 43.9, and this high is 43. So this is 7th of February. Yeah, go.
And that 21st of March. This one. Still it is below. If it is not breaking the trend line, we can pretty much continue on the previous trend, that is downtrend actually.
Fantastic, very well, excellent, good, very good. All right, so we discussed very critical 3 situations today. One is Bitcoin, and one is the dollar index, US dollar index, and third one is my favorite, personal favorite in Forex, sterling. Your favorite can be Aussie or Japanese yen or euro, but my favorite is sterling. Yeah, so all right, now I will probably request Arindam to talk about his trade on the Nasdaq. Arindam, would you like to share your screen or my screen?
Yeah, share your screen only.
Okay.
Nasdaq 100 Tech.
Nasdaq 100 Tech, and what time frame?
Put it on a 4-hourly chart.
4-hourly chart. And the dates?
We'll start from 12th of May, or let's start from 19th May.
19th May. Right, so we'll go. I don't know why I have done 50,000 units, so probably it is taking time. Telstra is charging us for 100 megabps up and down speed, but they are giving us 28, 29, 30. Can you believe it? Unbelievable.
Sue them.
Sue them. Who was that? All right, so your date was Where date was? Sorry, but sorry, Arindam, I missed it.
Yeah.
12th of
I'll start from say 13. Let's start from 19th of May. Basically. 19th of May.
19th of, let me go to 19th of May. This is 19th of May. This is 19th of May. 19th of May. I have drawn a vertical line, and just to confirm that I have correct, I have drawn on 19th of May. Yeah, go. 19th of May too. Yeah, you will start from here, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Now, yeah.
So we see a downtrend continuing, and we see a support here below previous trend line. You see this trend line.
So what he said, just to repeat, he has said a downtrend, which is correct, and then he is talking about a trend line. This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So there is a support trend line.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you see there, it tends to suspect here is that it will probably bounce with a double bottom. That is the suspect at that point of time, not confirmed yet.
Okay, so
now, if you follow,
you're going for it. You're going for a double
bottom.
Double bottom. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a double bottom suspect for me.
So let me mark there. Yeah. So, and the double bottom you are referring to from here to here.
Yeah. Second bottom I am seeing it. Yeah. First bottom I saw somewhere on 19th, and second bottom, if you see now, it has come on 20th.
So you are basically referring to the first swing low as this one and this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
And actually, it bounced back from the support at that point in 4-hourly chart.
Yeah.
Now, if you see here, the next bar, it closed above the bearish, and if you see the next bar from the double bottom, second double bottom, from the double bottom side,
this one,
this bar, closed above, high taken out, and next bar high taken out again. Okay. So that I take as a confirmed double bottom.
Yes.
Suspect.
Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah.
So at that point, if you see the close price there,
close of the that small bar.
Small bar.
Yeah.
11,920
for 945. 945. Yeah.
So I'll put a watch there with a small long position.
Yeah.
And watch for the next 4-5 bars to come.
Okay. So you went long from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
First small long from here.
Okay, that's good.
Just to wait and watch.
Yeah.
Go down. It started going up. Next day the market opens, corrects little bit, but doesn't go to the double bottom.
Yeah.
Go for the next bar. One more bar. Yeah. So this high taken out is maintained so far. Okay. So that becomes a support line.
Yeah.
So I added a trade here at the close of the last bar.
Close it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Again, a trade there.
Yeah.
Go further. Yeah. It broke that support heavily. But wait and watch. That was the pre-market breaking.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the market opens. This long bar is a market opening bar.
Yeah.
It drops, but doesn't go to the double bottom area.
Yeah.
Okay. I add a trade here again for long, and put a very small stop loss at the double bottom level.
So you are putting a trade there long, and your stop loss is below this double bottom low.
Below this double bottom. That is my suspect double bottom. So I put a very close stop loss there.
Yeah. Double bottom low. Yeah. Go.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I wait and watch.
Okay. So you took 3 positions, yeah?
3 positions, yeah.
And your stop loss is here.
Stop loss is here.
Sure. Stop loss. Yeah.
I think stop loss is at 11,450 or little higher than that.
Yeah, it should be lower than 489. So 450 is fine.
450.
Yeah. So that's good. And then price unfolds. Yeah. Go.
Keep going. I'm holding the trade.
Yeah, holding the trade.
Yeah. I'm holding. Because my double bottom target is far away. So I'll keep on holding.
So
now if you see, here is also forming a head and shoulder.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Fantastic.
It's forming a headstand, basically. It's forming a headstand. So now we have 2 targets. One is for the headstand, one is for the double bottom.
So what Arindam is saying, he has seen this as a head, I'll write H, and then he has seen this as a right shoulder, I'll write RS, and then he has seen this as a left shoulder, this is left LS, and then we'll draw the neckline, and the neckline should be drawn from the swing high between the left shoulder and the head, which is this one, and between right shoulder and the swing high, which is this one, and the target should be drawn from the vertical target should be drawn, where is my vertical line, here, from this swing low to this neckline, which is here, and copy that and paste it when it is breaking, this line. All right, yeah, that is what you are telling, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have another target of the double bottom.
Oh, okay, you have another target of double bottom, means what? This is the first low and the second low of double bottom, so between these two swing lows go to the high point, which is this one, and then vertical, just to recapitulate what is double bottom, then drop from this swing high to this swing low, and then copy that, and then probably change the color so that it is not actually confusing with our head and shoulder. So we copy this double bottom and then paste it here. So our one target from the head and shoulder is here, another target is here, right, Arindam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next.
So keep on holding the trade. Neckline is broken.
Yeah.
What? Wait and watch.
Yeah.
Keep holding.
So now even this trade, you are holding 3 trades, and this fellow is running at a profit of 585 points. This trade is running at a profit of 666, and this trade is running at a profit of 906. So that's a total of 2200. Yeah.
Yes.
So you are holding on to this trade. That's good. And then
Hold now. Go further.
so our target is first is here from the head and shoulder, and second is here from the double bottom. Yeah. Let's make the color change so that we are consistent with the color. Ooh, you hit both the targets from this
here.
Mm-hmm.
At this point,
yeah,
I take off half of all 3.
So half, you have booked the profit here. So book profit here, half. Yeah.
And put the next target for the next half.
So you have 3 positions. So half is 3. Yeah. And next, and sorry, repeat the last sentence.
And put a target, next target, second head and shoulder target.
Second head, okay. So second head and shoulder target would be like this. You copy this once you achieve this, and then paste it here. So your second target would be here, 13,300, and from here your second target for the double bottom would be here, 13,303. Okay. So you can copy this line and paste it here somewhere around this where, and copy this line, paste it here somewhere here. Okay. Correct? Am I correct?
Yes, I'm holding it now.
Okay. Okay. What are you doing?
Holding.
Yeah. Holding, because you have booked a solid profit. And then
holding. Still holding.
And where is your stop loss now?
My stop loss is now at the neckline.
Now the neckline. So you have moved your stop loss, which was around here, to the neckline, which is here, correct?
Yes.
Head and shoulder neckline or double bottom head neckline?
Double bottom neckline.
Double bottom neckline is here. I hope everyone is understood. Till that time, let us take 10 seconds break to ask everyone has understood. So please ask your question on this. Venkat is asking, did you change the stop loss on this holding? Yeah. So yeah. So Arindam has said he has moved the stop loss after he closed the 1/3 here. He as you can see, I can actually do a border. Yeah, I can do a border and change the color to very good. After he hit the two targets, head and shoulder, and he has changed this stop loss to this point. Any other question to Arindam so far? If
So I
not,
booked the profit now.
yeah,
Profit is booked 50%, and my stop loss is also as a profit position for all the positions.
that's correct. First
So
profit, yeah.
yeah,
Go.
so easy to hold for me right now. No
Yeah,
tension.
absolutely.
Keep holding, because now my stop loss is there. So if it breaks that, then I'll automatically get closed,
Yeah.
and I close at profit.
Yeah.
So I'll hold it because there is a strong uptrend visible in the Nasdaq right now. Keep
So
holding.
still holding from
Still holding.
from 19th, yeah.
Yeah, still holding. Yep.
Yeah,
Holding.
we are here today.
Yeah. So now my hypothesis here is that there is a resistance coming up somewhere close to 12,920, right?
12,920 from what time? From what time frame?
Yeah, from a quarterly time frame, if you see.
Okay, let us go to quarterly, and then these are very important, drawing lines from the yearly and quarterly support resistance. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, they will be hidden to us. But we need to believe, we need to understand that these like Goldman Sachs or Citibank, who are having supercomputers, their computers actually already have drawn that line, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you draw a line from quarterly or a monthly. I think your line would be somewhere here around 12,211 as a support line from this swing low, or this one here 12,456, what you are saying, from this swing high from a monthly perspective. Yeah. So let's go to that. Daily chart. Before that, make sure
4 hourly
that
chart,
4 hourly, make sure that this is inferior time frames. Yes, inferior time frames. Go to the 4 hourly time chart. Okay, we are in 4 hourly time chart. Yeah, now you're holding the trade from. Yeah, go.
Okay. Now a new resistance, new support is getting formed here basically.
Yeah.
And if you see the support here, this green line is holding as a support, close to support.
Yeah.
Bottom green line holding to support.
Yeah.
So I've raised my stop loss slightly below the green line.
So now you have bring that stop loss from here to here.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Excellent. Fantastic. Brilliant. So excellent trade. Brilliant trade. So you don't. So what are the learning from you from this for your trades? What are the learnings? Yeah. What are the learnings you want to share with your fellow colleagues here, fellow traders?
Yeah. So for a typical formations, in a pattern formation, you have to be a little more patient. And once you see the market has really reversed as per you, you have to give it a time basically. And other important thing is that your position size has to be comfortable for you to hold on to the actual stop loss what you have put in the beginning. Don't get panicked. Because if I'm calling this as a double bottom, I should have a confidence double bottom and put a very close stop loss to that and hold on to that basically.
Yep.
And then once you cross 1,000 points, you must book profit for sure.
Yep.
And get your stop loss up to at least a break even or some profit position, so that your risk is all covered.
Yeah.
And now if you see the second stop loss movement, we have the stop loss is already at a 700 points, I think.
Yeah.
Now the stop loss is at 700 points roughly.
Yeah.
And so there are now two things can happen on this position now. Next week to see either it will break the support here, go down. Okay. So I'll put a short order below the stop loss. If my stop loss is broken, I'll put a stop or sell order here.
Yeah.
I'll go short from there if the stop loss is taken off. It can bounce up to the first bounce point and do a double top.
Yeah.
I'll put a line there. If I see it is going down from there, I'll put a short from there also.
Yeah.
If it doesn't break. And the best profit can be this breaks and completes the target. Basically. If it breaks, goes up, just hold on to the trade, complete it, take the profit at 13,300.
Brilliant. Excellent. Fantastic. And Venkatesh is asking a question to you. And Blader is also having a question probably. So I'll first go to Venkatesh. Venkatesh is asking, how much time did you spend to analyze this chart?
I was I'm a Nasdaq Tech 100 only. So I observe every day in a Nasdaq Tech 100 how it is going over the day on an hourly chart. And in the evening when it opens up, I'll observe it for 3 half-an-hour slots, unless something very interesting showing up beyond that. Normally, Nasdaq settle downs after first 1.5 or 2 hours. There's not much trade opportunity. If you have something intraday, you have to finish it by that. So I'm observing this from actually beginning of May. How Nasdaq is going down. We go to the beginning of May. Yeah, started going down.
Yeah.
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 It would not break there.
Mm-hmm.
It started going down now.
Yeah.
So there is this very strong trend coming up there.
Mm-hmm.
And trigger points here is the your second FOMC was not very hawkish.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a chance that market will not further go down.
Yeah.
This was the double bottom on a FOMC,
Mm-hmm.
and second FOMC was like okay. So market was like positive.
Mm-hmm.
So chance of reversal is there. So wait and watch to reverse. Don't put the. And a question is that probably why you didn't put a long trade at the bottom. You don't know the right hand side.
Yeah.
So you can't put a long trade at the bottom.
True. Absolutely true.
It can further go down. So
Absolutely.
it was not hawkish. So there was a chance that there was a clear a conducive environment to go it up, and the double bottom fulfilled. And when double bottom signs were very clear, it closed above high taken out, put a first trade. And typically, I will not put the full trade in the first instance itself for a pattern, because you might get a better opportunity the pattern over the next couple of bars. So hypothesis is a double bottom, but I have not still not put all the thing. I put 1/3, learning from Partha. So I put the 1/3 there long. I see an opportunity here, put another 1/3, and I see opportunity here, another 1/3. But for all the 1/3s, the stop loss remains the same in the beginning.
Below this
Below the double bottom.
Yeah.
Below the double bottom.
Yeah. Absolutely true. Excellent. Fantastic. And so Blader is asking a question. Blader?
Yeah.
Then I'll go to Ahmed. Ahmed is asking a question.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
So
go.
basically,
Go,
Did
Blader.
I answer the first question? How long did you watch?
Venkatesh, did Arindam answer your question?
Yes, you did, Harindam. That's a fantastic explanation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Go, Blader.
basically, I have like two questions. First one going to be, is this trading system based on technical analysis and patterns, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my second question is, so as we know, that the market behaviors and market patterns are created due to volatility, due to supply and demand, and also other factors of the chart. So right now, does this mean that we need to use like more specific tools of the market, such as like footprint, depth of market, etc., to predict the price? Since we already know that the price behaviors are created through that, or we should pay attention to the price patterns alone?
For me personally, I just look at the bar, nothing beyond that. For me, everything is discounted in the bar.
Very well answered. I think I will add 2 cents to it. As I said before, also between Valinder and Marty preferred the trend line, Valinder preferred the Fibonacci, and now price and Arindam is 100% right that he considers only price bar, concentrates only price bars, observe only price bar, trades only price bars. And at NP Financials, our strength from the beginning is only understanding the price bar. So now
And the volume.
and
the volume. Just to add.
yeah, and the
And
volume.
the volume.
I think Blader is coming from a perspective of market profile, market footprint, and the order level, and some book. What is that? Book order books, and then all these concepts. I would say with due respect to everyone, I would say that all these strategies, you name it, maybe 100 years old candlesticks, maybe in pivot points 100 years old, maybe the support resistance 100 years old, maybe the MACD, maybe the Fibonacci or the RSI or stochastic or even simple moving average crossover. Believe me or not, they all work. But why do traders fail? Traders fail because they don't know how to take advantage of that MACD or RSI or stochastic or market profile or book or order book or anything and everything, my dear friend. So to my answer is, if you follow market profile, order book and all those things, go ahead and do it. If Arindam prefers a bar, go ahead and do it. The bottom line is, what is our trade journal showing us? What is our consistency telling us? Like in our Discord room, if you see, in our free Discord room, in intraday analysis, we follow only bar by bar and our intraday strategies, and as you can see, we are profitable in the Discord, and the free Discord room intraday trading is 83%, 80%. So 56 out of 70 days starting from 19th of January, Discord is a new thing, 80% we are successful in our free channel. And if you go to our paid channel, which we charge only $47 a month, we are successful 92% of this time. So 37 out of 40 days starting from 7th of April, we have generated 2081 points against a cost of $47. So what does it mean? It means that doesn't matter whether you are a bar follower or a candle follower or a market profile follower, as long as you are proving to yourself that you are and everyone that you are making money, whether it is 12 hour or 4 hour or swing trading or anything or daily strategy, which we are successful 77% of the time. As you can see here, 77% of the time, 77.27. I would, with due respect to everyone, I would say everything is discounted in price bar and the volume bar. Did Arindam answer your question, Bleda?
Yeah, basically, I would like also to add a little bit sense of my question, because I think it was so generic. For example, let's say if we follow one particular market behavior, or you name it, market pattern, etc. So we can, at least for the 2.5 years that I've been doing trading, I can recognize right now a number of market patterns. But what's different is that they change, depends on the time frame. For example, if you check one particular time frame, one particular pattern that happens over and over, let's say in 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart, if you try to trade the same pattern, for example, long term or in higher time frame, it is affected by like different factors, which may be volatility, any news, or any kind of outside effect. So if you try to trade then that kind of pattern in lower time frame, it may probably work. For example, I have one pattern that I mostly trade, which I think you also have heard, for the turtles pattern, which was discovered years ago. That's the only pattern I currently actually trade that.
You still follow 40 bars on turtle?
Sorry, Porth, I couldn't hear that.
You still follow the 40 bars as per the original turtles traders?
Actually, to be honest, I've followed that pattern for a year right now. I can identify that pattern even if I trade candlestick bars, or even if I check the line chart alone. So subconsciously, I can understand what's happening behind the chart around price levels. But what I'm saying is that the same pattern is not applicable like in different asset classes.
You are very correct. You are very correct, Blader. Yeah, I think Blader, you are very correct. What Blader is saying, that 1 minute chart or 5 minute chart may have a different noise level compared to a daily chart or a weekly chart, or 5 minutes chart of S&P would be very different from 5 minutes chart of rough rice, isn't it, Blader? So we have a question from Ahmed. Blader, I'll come back to you. Ahmed is saying, very interesting question. Ahmed is saying, I believe in scalping, and we have a follow-up question on Vipul. And Ahmed is also saying, why you don't use scalping strategy, as it is the key for success for traders in all prop firms.
I'll answer that actually. I'll answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, as you are going long on this,
yeah,
this is like a long-term long for me.
That's true.
Because the double bottom, it will take time to form. So in between, if you follow Nasdaq, actually you can do 80 points in one bar of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
if you see
absolutely.
Nasdaq, just put Nasdaq on a 5-minute chart for the last one day or something.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So you
what
can, you can,
that's what Blader also said. Yeah.
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 So you
This
can
is
do that. You
yeah.
can do that parallelly. Forget this trade. This is your end of day trade. It is running. Let
yeah.
it run.
Yeah.
If you're following a live
Yeah. This is
Nasdaq opening, just
this
pick the opening bar of 5 minutes.
this is the opening 101 pips.
Yeah, 101 pips. And typically, if you follow the things, if you're following the trend, you know the trend already, where it is going.
Yeah.
So if you are taking the reverse trend, be very careful. You can still make 50 or 80, but you have to be very fast to take that.
Yeah.
But instead of that, in a one bar, you can take 50 and 60 and go to sleep with a nice wine.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for that, Arindam. Yeah, but yeah, Bleda, sorry, Ahmed. We are now discussing Ahmed. Ahmed is Ahmed. Okay, Sri is asking, could you please explain scalping? So I'll mix Ahmed and Sri Utagi's question, and I'll just elaborate and repeat what Arindam said. Is yes, Ahmed, if you believe in scalping, and if you believe that it is working for you, and if you believe that you are actually going from $25,000 account to $1 million account, please, for all good reasons, continue to do scalp for the rest of your life. Because scalping, I have seen many traders do. If it is working, scalping. Okay, before that I will answer that question. Or Ahmed, would you like to take Siri's question? He's asking a question. Could you please explain scalping, Ahmed?
Yeah, when you're doing scalping, you have to be very fast. That's what it is. You can't have a coffee mug on the side. Just can't do that. And you have to have the right instrument. You can't do scalping on ASX 200. Very difficult. You can't just do it.
Yes.
You need a HK50 or a probably Dow 30 kind of instrument to do scalping successfully.
Yeah.
And get it nice. Yeah. And you can break that bar, that 5-minute bar, you can break into 1 minute bar and see how many scalping you can do.
Yeah,
you can do 5 scalpings actually.
Right.
Nasdaq opening you can do 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Ahmed has raised his hand. Ahmed, go ahead. Unmute yourself and talk. What is scalping? How do you do scalping? Sri's question to you. Ahmed, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead. We cannot hear you, Ahmed. Either you need to unmute your mic and talk, or you can write in chat.
You hear me now?
Yes, yes. Go, Ahmed. Go.
Okay. I have noticed that most of successful traders who are making thousands of dollars every single day are using scalping strategy. And most of the other people who are just swing, they just get their some not that good results. It's reasonable stuff. For example, I have seen also some traders on my Forex fund is FTMO or the funded traders. Most of them are using scalping strategy in Nasdaq, especially in Nasdaq and US 30. This is the case success. Why you don't speak more about this?
Yeah, so we believe that Ahmed, that scalping is a very dangerous game. Of course, with due respect to everything, as we said that MACD or RSI or stochastic or even going to the 1 minute or 30 seconds chart or tick chart to do scalping, it's a very different ball game. But we don't encourage people to do scalp because it needs, as Arindam said, you cannot even sip you cannot sip or you can drink water also while you are scalping, because your adrenaline rush is very high and your pituitary or your ADH or the other parts of the brain would be so excited, and then all those things will happen that scalping can be actually not a preferred way of trading to us. Sorry for that. And this, I think I will go back to Marty now. And Marty, I'd request, okay, Vipul Haria. Before I go to Vipul, Marty, I'll just read what Vipul is asking, which is the which is the practical time frame, hourly or daily or etc., to be considered for trading if the trading is in additional activity to existing activities. Currently not possible to sit in front of the screen for long or consistent. Yeah, I understand, Vipul, that's a very valid question, and that's why we have different time frame tradings at NP Financials. So if you are struggling, most of the clients would be, if you are struggling from 9 to 5 job, we strongly recommend you trade only the daily time frame, in which, or the, and the 12 hourly time frame, so in which you, if when you are going to office or just before going to office, actually you can place a trade, and then your time frame should be, if you are a 9 to 5 office goer, and then you cannot see the charts, although I have seen my medicine practitioner friend who are doing surgery, who are specialized in surgery, they are coming to in front of the computer to see the charts in every 4 hour. But if it is not possible for you, I would say the best time frame for you to would be daily, half an hour a day, at 9 o'clock or 8:30, or I would say 7 to 9, and then after that you go to the 12 hourly, which is once in the morning 9 a.m. and once in the evening, which is 9 p.m. So these are the two strategies which will be helpful for you, Bipul, as you are doing already these two. Did I answer your question, Bipul? Bipul says yes, thank you. All right. With that, thanks to Arindam and thanks to all of you. And then I'll hand it over to Marty to share his screen and then take us through whatever he has to say. Marty, please.
Hello, everyone. How are we today?
Good, thanks, Marty. How are you?
Very well.
You want me to stop my presentation?
Yes, if you like, Partha.
I did.
Okay. Thanks for Arindam for presenting some good content there. He a very good person to listen to. He's a successful funded trader. So well done, Arindam. So during this month, I am publishing a course on Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave is predominantly a pattern trading concept. We are more looking at swings within charts. So from what I understand, can you guys see my screen?
No, you have to share.
No, okay. Sharing screen one.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Everyone can see Marty's screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, so Elliott Wave is predominantly pattern trading. With the way which I will be explaining it is, I will be showing the ways which we read a trending market. But with this Elliott Wave analysis, we are concentrating on the corrections. This is where most of the importance will lie, to know when a pattern has finished or started, or is about to turn. So with Elliott Wave, it has been predominantly announced as a pattern consisting of 5 waves of a trending market, followed by 3 waves in a corrective market. Y5 and Y3. Generically, repetitive human behaviors have been seen in this way. It's not always going to be that way. There are a lot of variations to the rules, which will be shown in the course. This 3-wave pattern is the correction. It has more of the rules, but the 5 waves up is pretty generic. As for an example I could show right now.
So when you say generic, does it mean it's very common?
Yes, the 5 and 3 is the most common approach you'll see to the market. The course will be more specifically designed towards the currency market, as these are just rules that I have added on as well, just through the time I spent doing it on the Forex market and what I've seen and what has worked and just things that have been shown to me before as well.
Very good.
So I'll get this fellow up. Tesla.
Oh, wow.
Oops. I think it's this one. So we have a 1 wave up. I'll label this. We have a 1. We have a 2. We have a 3. We have a 4. We'll have a 5. Then we'll have an A, a B, and a C. So 3 waves down for our correction. Now we can start again. We can say this is 1 complete cycle. So we'll change this, make it bigger, as in terms of a bigger degree.
Yep.
We can now say this is a 2.
Yep.
Now we can start our count again. So we'll have a 1. And this will be a 2. And why is it a 2? Because we'll have a 3 waves down as an A. This will be another 3 up. This is a B. This could be another 3 waves down to a C. Now, the interesting part I've found with Tesla, we also have this trend line, which we have tested, we have closed above, but at this time, the high has not been taken out. So we have to also follow NPF's concepts and rules, which Partha teaches through the Trader's Fundamental package, where we will look for turning points and other scenarios like that as well. So Tesla's 1. I'm sorry. A more clearer chart will be this fellow here, Goldman Sachs. So again, we will have 1 here, 2 here, sorry, A, B, C. This is all 1 wave here, all 1 wave. We could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's another rule that you will come to learn. That will be another motive wave. An A, B, and a C. So that'll be an A. This will be a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one of the correction rules will be an A, B plus a 5 to be a C. And this will be the possible end of our wave 4, which we could expect to come up to a wave 5, well above the wave 3 here.
Wow.
And on top of that, we have this trend line. So we're bouncing off this support here. We've done a crack and snap. So this could be a good option if this trend line's broken. So predominantly, yeah, Elliott Wave will be focusing more on the corrections and the patterns we will see. A favored pattern that I like to use, oh dear, that's bad, is a flag pattern. Seems to work very well.
Yeah.
So we will find an impulsive wave up here, and we'll be able to see our correction in here.
Wow.
And see our next impulsive wave. So this will be something that I'll be sharing in the course. It's not completed yet, but it has been started published. Publish has started. Just finalizing a few ends on my side to make sure that it's going to be delivered in a practical way for everyone to be able to understand this labeling as such in a way of ease, and that can be quickly interpreted. That's the main point of focus that I'm working on at the moment.
Fantastic. It's such a great example of a big flag here on the Goldman Sachs, isn't it?
Oh, yes, we can look at this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that could be
continuation.
A very big price target for yourself to consider very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. The major advantage of this wave trading or wave theory, from Marty, correct me if I'm wrong, is probably you know already the target where and the direction where it is going to go, isn't it?
Yes, and probably what helps more is when a wave count ends near a support or a resistance. It helps give a bit of clarity.
What kind of chart is this? Sorry for interrupting, I cannot see it.
What sort of chart? This is a weekly chart on Goldman Sachs.
Sorry, the pair. Sorry.
The pair? This is the Goldman Sachs, the stock in the S&P 500 on the American market.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is the one of the biggest financial institutions, Bleda, in United States. So this is
actually I worked for Goldman directly. I assisted a few teams there in terms of recruitment on quantitative finance.
Did you?
Yeah. So basically, sorry if I'm being rude or something. Like basically, you're telling that you can buy this simple strategy according to the flags, A, B's, lines. Basically, you can predict like what can a shareholder of Goldman Sachs decide to move next, or what kind of revenue gonna they earn monthly, only by putting lines on the chart. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. This is used as a speculative tool as well. I have seen it used that way. What I've found is being able to speculate this last wave will generically work out a lot better for yourself, as opposed to trying to work out what the whole entire scenario is, what's going to happen if you run.
Just to be sure, you said that you offer a training or a course for this particular strategy, right?
Yeah, we are starting.
Yes.
We are starting. Yeah, Marty. Yeah, Bleda. We are starting the wave trading because till now we have touched all aspects of trading. The only one aspect of trading which probably is wave theory was not touched upon on NP Financial. So we would be touching upon wave theories, and we'll be developing the students, as we call, not the clients, interested. And those of you who are interested in wave theory and want to take advantage of the vast experience of wave trading, because Marty is doing for so long, can enroll us and place their request at support@npfinancials.com.au. With all this, do you have any questions on, because we are approaching the end? Thanks a lot, Marty and Bleda. Marty, stay there. And do you have any questions to Marty?
Marty, the trend line, the solid trend line I see across the bottom going up. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Where you drew the other one diagonally down, where was the origins for that one?
Just these two guys here.
Those two there.
Yeah, just the most recent trend line.
Right. Okie dokie. Right. So you're looking for the next bar to hopefully cross through that trend line.
Yes, so that's where we will start looking at the NPF concepts through the Traders Foundation, as in the 4 factors we're looking at each bar to break a trend line, which is the touch, the close above, high taken out, and bullish bar here.
Correct. Okay. Yep. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
So this will be an addition as to what's being taught as well through everything else Partha already done. It's no different to what he's taught. So like as Arindam has shown before, he likes to trade bar by bar and is very successful at it. So it's just a additional item you can use.
And
Okay,
go.
I may have probably like another question. Let's say like you currently own a company and you're performing on the stock market for like over 15 years, and the current price per share of stock gonna be like, if I see right, 337.4. The stock price basically gonna raise or drop in terms of how well is capitalized your company, and of course it will be like different other factors, the number of the shareholders that you have, the revenue, the cash flow that you have, which gonna affect the stock price directly, and also of course the infusions that you're gonna take, probably for a commercial loan or any banking loan for any probably.
Yeah, all those fundamental factors should be there, Bleda. Because sorry,
Yeah.
I need to cut short because we are approaching the end, towards the end. Yeah, what Blader is probably asking, or where Blader is coming from, is I think he's coming from a fundamental aspect of, yes, what you are saying, Blader, is 100% correct. That the company's stock price would be dependent on the fundamental aspect. You name it A to Z, it will be dependent on the fundamental aspect of that company, right? But what we are discussing here is, Blader, yes, what you are saying is correct. Fundamental will drive the market, but technical will help us to get into the market, whether long or short, and to get out of the market and have some profit and loss as a business, and at the end of it we should have a business. And last but not the least, Ahmed is asking a question, that do you agree that using scalping and marking angle strategy to 10 levels will give probability? I would be extremely against marking angle strategy, because it will blow your account, because if you have not understood martin angle, probably go to a casino and do it. And in trading, please do not do martin angle. Yeah, this is dangerous game, and scalping, if you're doing good, that's good. Thanks a ton. I think everyone is this session was for 2 hours, and it's a brilliant participation from all of you, Blader, Marty, and Arindam and Girija, and every one of you. And if you have any last second question, you can go ahead, or otherwise we'll thank you all for your time and effort. Ahmed is happy with his answer. Ahmed, thank you, Ahmed. Vipul say thank you. All right, so I think I don't have any questions. Thank you all from our side, and special thanks to Marty and Arindam for pointing so many factors, and Blader and Ahmed to asking all those questions, brilliant questions too, and Wayne as well. I cannot take all the names, but it will take time. But yeah, thanks a ton, and thank you again for attending the class, and have a good night. I think good day or good morning. Because people are all here from across the planet.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Thanks,
Thanks, Partha. Talk to you soon, mate.
Yeah, mate. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Simon says this. Bain says thanks. Sri says thanks. Thanks very much. Thanks. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.